The fourth session of the Learning Together meetups for parents is titled, What's the Secret to Getting Kids to Read? So we all know how important reading is. We hear it all the time. We hear it from teachers, and they send home reading books. But what I hear from parents a lot is it's actually really hard to do. It's hard to find the time to do that reading program. Sometimes it's hard to get kids interested in reading. Even if they are interested in reading, sometimes they lose interest when they get older, and then it's sort of a reboot of how do I get them interested again. So we hear a lot of stories about that. We have a lot of ideas about getting kids interested in reading. I also hear stories about how it's hard to teach children to read. It is hard to teach children to read. It's not just something that you can do in a short period of time all by yourself. It's a process that's going to take place over time in cooperation with the teacher and with other members of the staff. I know this because of my own experience. My youngest son, although my older two had been okay and they had loved reading and learned to read pretty easily, my youngest son struggled with learning to read, and I was super shocked because I didn't see it coming at all. I thought he would just be like the others, and away we go. We had to do, lots of struggling and lots of hard times. I mean, because he got frustrated really easily, and so a big part of my role was to stay positive about it, which sometimes I have to admit was a little hard because I got frustrated too. And it's hard to see your child struggling, and you don't really want to see them struggling. Eventually we did crack that, and he did learn to read, and now he's an avid reader, which was a huge success because I have to say that my other sons, I don't think that grew up to be hugely avid readers the way the youngest one is. So once he got it, he was pretty on his way. So that was really exciting. I think that parents need to hear those kind of stories from each other and realize, you know what, it's not your fault. I mean, no matter what you do, no matter how well you prepare your child and you read to them, sometimes there's struggles and there's obstacles, and that's the way it is. But reading is really important. It's something to keep on working on, and it really builds bonds in the family too. Like all those times we read together, I feel like now we're really worth it. So I think it's good to talk about those things. I think that that's probably some of where our discussion will go that day.